Okay, we are live. I do need to grab a deck of cards. We're going to do a quick reading for Zach. I couldn't see anybody's comments yesterday, you guys, so I apologize if I didn't say hi. I don't know what's up with YouTube, but a lot of comments didn't come through. And then my technology was off yesterday, I swear. I was like, what's going on? Like right now, I don't see any comments. Like if everybody's here, just say hi, keep trying, keep commenting. So I know you guys are here. But yeah, like I went back and reviewed yesterday's video and I could see the comments. And I'm just like, what's going on? Like, I couldn't see them yesterday. I could only see like 3 people commenting. And so I was kind of annoyed that I couldn't see anybody else. It was kind of weird that it was doing that. Yeah. So anyway, I'm going to start real quick with someone's reading because I didn't see his comments. I didn't even get a notification that he purchased a reading yesterday. And so I'm going to do his real quick. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about what's up with the Aztec astrology of this week. And then I'm going to do some energy work for those who purchased prior to the live. For TOLTEC Tuesdays, this is all about, Aztec astrology and Toltec shamanism energy work that I do. I'm going to explain a little bit more about Toltec shamanism and the stuff that I got going on, what I'm working on for those who are interested in becoming initiates. I'm also going to this space, this time frame is usually for those who purchased ahead of time because with me, I have to know who I'm going to be working with, energetically speaking, to prepare my energy, to prepare, so it could be a sacred space for us to work together with energy healing. And so that's why purchasing ahead before the live begins is a thing that has to happen. And so if you're going to purchase during this live, then that's going to be for next week, okay? For next Tuesday. But for the Mystic Mondays, you can purchase during the live as well. So that'll be available during the live, okay? All right. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and do his reading real quick for the galactic guidance for the week. So he gets 3 cards: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'm going to give him an extra card because we are already on Tuesday. So this is going to be extra cards going to be for next Monday and Tuesday. All right. Hi guys. Hi Alex. Hi Ruby. Hi Brittany. Hi Norma. Okay. Oh. No. Keep shuffling. Okay. So this one's for Zach that purchased yesterday, and I didn't get his notification until I actually went in and reviewed my purchases on PayPal. So I was just like, what the heck happened here? Okay, so anyway, so Monday and Tuesday, you have a new paradigm that came in Andromeda. So you might be feeling this energy of pushing yourself out there, possibly getting more information about how to contribute to the collective consciousness with the ascension process. You might be feeling a little bit anxious about that. Maybe there's energy that you need to really work with and work through. And Andromeda energy is all about shifting our reality into a more positive one. And it's a possibility that your energy at this time might need that shift so that you can have more confidence in your own intuition and how to, prepare yourself to share your gifts with the world. I feel like you're stepping into a higher potential or a more of like a possibility of you becoming someone that you might have dreamt of a long time ago, but it felt like you've diverted or you've been preoccupied, I would say, with other things. And so I feel like this Andromeda new paradigm energy that's coming in for Monday and Tuesday this week is definitely propelling you to make, to plan ahead when it comes to these ideas that you may have. Maybe you're trying to open a spiritual business, or maybe you want to see how that's going to work out, things like that. So it feels like it's definitely something new that you're working on, and it feels like it's definitely something very beneficial for yourself as well as for the collective consciousness. Okay, so next one is Wednesday and Thursday. This is for tomorrow. You got Dreamtime and Awakening, and this is cetacean whales. So cetacean whales are usually coming from Sirius. Any aquatic being, like mer person, things like that, they usually come or have a link to the dog star. Okay, and so this one in particular, it's about the dreams that you're dreaming becoming a reality, or becoming or coming into this reality, merging of those dream states into this material realm. And so I feel this has a lot to do with, again, your intuition, your abilities, the way that you perceive yourself in dream space. Maybe you have a lot of places that you travel to, and now you're being asked to bring those memories forth. Okay, like meaning the subconscious mind bringing it forth into the conscious realm or the conscious mind. Okay, and so this will help you prepare and actually have an idea on how you can really work with your own gifts, your own foresight and insight into the spirit realms, and bringing that information here, that wisdom and that knowledge that you have and you've retained for a long time, into this current lifetime. Okay, so the cetacean whales can definitely help you with that. So the next one is for the weekend, Embracing Family, and this is from Zeta Reticuli, from the Reticulum constellation. So for this one in particular, it's all about making sure that you really understand the people around you, why you chose the family lineage that you chose, why you chose those ancestors, why you chose to walk the path in that family connection, as well with your partner and any other, like if you have children, things like that. Why did they choose you? Why did you choose your partner? Why did you choose your mom, your dad, your lineage and stuff like that? Because there is magic behind it, there's power behind it, there's wisdom behind it, there's ancient knowledge behind that lineage that you need to bring forth. If you are aware, if you're the one that is really self-aware about what's going on in the universe, what's going on in the spirit realm, then you usually are the head of the household, or the one that the ancestors come to assist with any type of ancestral healing, any type of like gifts that are being passed down from generation to generation. So you're like the benefactor that can contribute to upliftment of the ancestral line as well, okay, and clearing of it, so that you guys can all be harmonized once more for future generations to come as well, so that they don't have to walk through any type of like crazy scenarios or hard tasks that you probably went through yourself, okay, especially as a kid, so it won't go through to your children or your children's children, and so on and so forth. Okay, so embracing family is the key here. The reason why you are really driven to be better, you're really driving yourself to move forward and evolving your soul as well as your spiritual practice, okay, and connecting in that way. Why you are definitely passionate about helping others is because you're definitely passionate about helping your family, okay, making your lives better. So that's what I have for your weekend. So I pulled an extra card for you for Monday and Tuesday, and this is Zeta Reticuli again, and this is Survival Fears. So for you, it feels like sometimes you're not ready to make a move when it comes to like possibly thinking about a way to make money, or any type of stable environment, like changing from one job to the next, or possibly moving from one location to the next because you feel that you might not have enough, or you might not have enough savings for an emergency, or things like that. They're just like, it's kind of like a constant like thought in your head, like, how am I going to survive? How am I going to help my family survive? How am I going to, make money and more money enough so that I can be comfortable, so that I don't have to worry, things like that. And so with that being said, there's different ways that you can do this. And the first thing you need to do is just embrace yourself, embrace your gifts, embrace the knowledge that you're receiving, and share it with the world. Get yourself out there, okay? Put your face out there, give guidance, spiritual guidance to people. If you need to, make a YouTube channel, because these channels monetize. There's advertisers that pay you monthly to advertise in your videos. And so I'm always encouraging people to get YouTube, because it's kind of like, this is like the money that you can make for like a side job. Like, this will be your side hustle, is YouTube. And so if you start to work towards that, where you're building an audience, then you could definitely feel more comfortable, going full time into your spiritual practice, into a spiritual, business. And then it won't make you worry so much about if you're not going to have enough. Okay. So I would definitely start there. I would definitely start putting yourself out there to provide services for those who need it. Okay, so that's all I have for you, Zach. Hopefully this makes sense. All right. Hi guys. Ooh, look at all the pretty faces. Hi Lizzie. Hi, Caitlin. Hi, Kimberly. Hi, Zach. There's Zach. Okay, Zach, so that was your reading. Oh, thank you, Zach. And you need to share your gifts with us too, okay? So this is pretty much, this reading was about that. It's like you sharing your wisdom and the gifts that you have, God-given gifts that you have with us, okay? All right. So let's begin with the Aztec astrology for the week. So we're going to start with today, it's Tuesday, and then we're going to end for next we'll end for Monday, because I'm just thinking like, okay, I'm going to give you guys Tuesday. Oh, okay, Monday. Let's see. I think Caitlin, it really does depend. My kid says she chose me. She's like, Mommy, I chose you, and I'll choose you every time. When she was little too, she was like, I think she was like, we're having this conversation about her dad, because me and her dad are divorced. And I think it was, oh yeah. So her dad is, and she's very self-aware. She's very aware. Like, even as a little kid, she's really aware of, like, I would say, relationships and things like that, and the dynamics that we have are that are lacking, right? So she was, I think she was like about 6. Yeah, she was like 6 years old, and she was like, Mommy, how come you and Daddy aren't together? And I was just like, oh, honey, because Daddy is with his girlfriend or whatever, and she's just like, oh, okay, Mommy, I chose you, right? And I'm like, uh-huh. Like, I didn't understand her. And she's like, and I'll always choose you every time. And I'm like, okay. Like, I didn't understand it back then. And now, like, I look back and I'm like, oh shit, she's telling me she chose me to be her mom. So it's pretty cool. But yeah, like, I think it really is either it's a mutual understanding between souls, of course, but I feel like when someone is as advanced as this, like these children right here, they really tell you like these like really like insightful things about the spiritual world. And she's like that, and she's always been this way ever since she was a baby. And so it's just kind of like really cool to see that with these generations. So I feel like the 2000 and I think it was like 2005 and up generation, that's when you start to get into, because they're barely like, they're just hitting their teens. That's when you start to see like, oh, these kids are really in tune. Like they really are in tune without even knowing it, you know, without explanation, I would say. Caitlin says, mine is too. She's asked me that before. Now she says I need to hurry up and marry my current boyfriend. That's funny. Lizzie. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and go over the Donut Pohwali. Okay, so my method is based on without skipping days, things like that. Because I know there's a lot of people who look at the Donut Pohwali and they skip days because of, I think it's a Western astrology influence that they do that on purpose. I feel that's wrong. I feel like every culture has their own way of predicting energy, and it should be embraced. And so there's like, because I remember I was posting things like this on for a while on Instagram, and there was this dude that would always try to interject and try to correct me, saying that the day was wrong or something like that. And I'm just like, no, honey, I'm correct because I actually do the math. Like, it's actually math that you have to do for these calculations. And then there's actually an app out there that does the soul. What is it called? The Zolkin, which is the equivalent of the Tonal Pohwali, but in Mayan text, okay? And so the Zolkin is exactly the same thing that I calculate for Aztec astrology, and it's exactly the same, like across the board. Like I looked at the app and I'm like, oh my God, it's exactly what I calculated. And so I always think it's correct. And so I've even found other readers that do it the same way that I do online. And so I'm just like, this guy is just coming out here trying to talk shit, you know, like this motherfucker. But it's because there's obviously a disconnection there because he is doing it based on Western modern astrology or something like that, where he wants it to align with the planets and things like that, or something like that. I don't know, but he's doing it wrong. Okay. Like I'm right. All right. But yeah, this is the app. Okay. So this is a Zolkin app. And if you guys want to download it, you could definitely do it from your app store. And this is exactly the correct calculations that I have for Aztec astrology. And, if you go to a different reader and they say, oh no, that's not correct, then they're doing it incorrectly, because this does not skip any days to try to conform with whatever the standard is now. Okay. So we're doing it the ancient Aztec way. Okay. We're bringing it old school. All right. And so even with the galactic, I think it's galactic signature or something like that, that's a totally different thing. Like it has nothing to do with Aztec astrology or the Zolkin. It carries the influence of it, but it has nothing to do with it. It's totally brand new, completely different paradigm, completely different mindset, completely different everything. Okay. It did get its influence from the Zolkin, from the Tonal Pohwali and things like that, but it has nothing to do with it. Like there's no connection there. Like it's totally different. Okay. So that's what a lot of people kind of get confused with too, is like, oh, I thought it was this or whatever tone wizard or whatever white wizard or what stuff like that. And I'm like, that has nothing to do with Aztec astrology. It has nothing to do with the Zolkin. It came from that influence, but it's totally new, totally its own thing. Okay. Oh no, I don't have no. No, I didn't do a video with explaining it or the differences or anything like that. I actually teach this with my Toltec shamanistic initiation courses. So I'm not going to teach it here. It's going to be taught how to calculate and how to do everything in, like, mathematically speaking, in that. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go over the day signs. So the day signs are the energy of the day. Okay. So there are 13 day signs that we go through, 13-day periods. Okay. So that's like our week. Okay. So in the Tonal Puhali and in the Zolkin is a 13-day period that has different energies each day, but the 13-day period remains the same as the energy is the same. Okay. And then a new 13-day period appears, and then the days change again. Okay. So the changes are daily for that 13-day period, but the energy of the 13-day period remains the same. Okay. So I know it's a little bit confusing. So the week was 13 days. And so it's based on the lunar calendar too. Okay. So then we have the solar year, which is like it's a totally different thing as well. And then we have the 365-day calendar, which is way different than the solar year as well. Okay. And of course, we have the Mayan long count, which explains everything else for the Tonal Puhali. So the day sign is called Tonali. Okay, in Nahuatl, which is the language of the Aztecs. So the tonali for today is 9 Huihuitl, which is rain. So 9 rain is today's tonali or day sign. And so this one is all about, so the planet that rules this particular energy is Mercury. Okay, and so this one is all about because it's ruled by the sun. We have like different sun gods. Okay, so I'm just bear with me. It's ruled by one of many different sun gods. So this one is governed by Tonatiuh, which is the old sun god, who is the provider of the life energy of the day sign itself, the rain. Okay, and so today it's all about exploring the higher mind. It's all about knowledge, receiving knowledge, being a student. It's not good for you to step into like a leadership role today. Today is all about learning new things and consuming as much information as you need to. Okay. Another thing with rain energy, this one in particular is about, kind of like you'll be acting on your whims or acting on your like kind of like passions. Okay, so just watch for that. It's going to be like high energy and high passions, as well as whimsical type of energy too. And then a lot of people are going to let themselves be guided by their impulses today. Okay, so it's going to impulsive energy. So even though it's ruled by Mercury, it has a very Mars type of energy backing it too, because of that. And so we also have the solar energy backing it. So it's a fiery day as well as an air sign day with water, of course. So this particular day is all about just going with the flow, allowing yourself to receive information and knowledge, but watching out for any type of impulsive, actions that you might take without thinking. Okay, so be careful today regarding that stuff. Okay, so we are in the 13-day period, like the week I said before, which is trecena in Spanish, of Juan Osomatli. Osomatli means monkey in Nahuatl. Hold on, you guys. Hey, honey, can you lower that volume, please? Yeah. So Osomatli means monkey in Nahuatl, and the monkey is definitely a trickster energy. Okay, so Osomatli is ruled by Petecatl, which is the god of pretty much the god of medicine and cures and healing and things like that. But because of monkey energy, it can be very trickster like energy. Okay, so there seems to be kind of like a battle in yourself of like either wanting to, like this whole week, okay, either wanting to progress in certain stages in your life, or wanting to just not, like wanting to just slack off and have fun. Okay, so this is like the energy that the monkey brings us, is that either you're gonna work hard for what you want, or you're gonna play hard. Like it's kind of like you have to balance that energy of wanting to just quit something just so that you can have fun or whatever. Okay, so just be mindful of that, all right, for this 13-day period. So we are currently in the solar year of 8 Tepactol, which is the flint knife. So this solar year in particular is an intense year, meaning that it cuts to the root cause of any issue. It reveals the darkness within everyone. It also brings things to the surface that it's kind of like generational purging with this solar year. And so that's why you're seeing a lot of chaos out there. That's why there's a lot of like conflict. That's why there's a lot of nastiness going on in the world, because we're in this flint knife solar year that is intense, that actually cuts to the root issues in society to fix them. Okay, revealing the truth, really revealing the darkness in people so that it can be finally fixed. You know, that's what it is. Okay, so that's why this whole like year has been super chaotic. Okay. All right, so we are in the, okay, so the lords of the night. So there, every night there is a lord of the night. Okay, so the lords of the night are the Yotatecutli. Okay, so these are beings that are in charge of the hours of the night. So these are the ones that help you, guide you through the spirit realms. If you're going astral, if you're sleeping at night, okay, they help you understand like the shadow realms or any type of hidden wisdom and mysteries. Okay, so for this day today, your lord of the night is Seteotl, and Seteotl is the corn maize god, okay, or the god or the lord of the maize or the maize. Okay, so he was the son of Tlazoteotl, and he, which is the first humans. Okay, and this guy brought, in mythology, he brought us the knowledge of how to grow corn, and so he's usually revered for feeding us, you know, for giving us sustenance. And so for this energy at night, he's going to reveal things that give you sustenance, give the soul sustenance, which would be something like knowledge that you have hidden within you that might help you in the morning tomorrow to motivate you to do something different, or motivate you to go for a goal, or motivate you to finally, you know, speak your truth, things like that. So he's someone that'll help you really sprout those seeds that you've been planting since the beginning of the year. Okay, so he's definitely a harvest god, and calling him in when you're doing harvest rituals or things like that, it's definitely beneficial as well, because again, he brings us the knowledge that is hidden, that the knowledge that has been planted in our souls from the beginning of time, and it's revealed. Okay, and that sustains us, that drives us to move forward in our lives, to wake up every day, you know, wanting to do something different. Okay, so that's what he is in charge of for tonight. So for tonight, if you guys have the chance, you know, you can ask him to come into your dreams and reveal to you that which is hidden, that needs to be acknowledged, that will help you, motivate you in the morning to do something that you've been wanting to do for a very long time. Okay, so his name is Seteotl, again, Seteotl. All right, so that's what I have for today. Kimberly, what are you singing? Okay, so for tomorrow, we have, oopsies. So tomorrow we have shoshitol, which is flower. So number 10, flower. Okay, so shoshitol. This is a very common name for a girl. Okay, like if you've ever met a shoshitol, that means that their name means flower. Okay, it's a very common Hispanic name or Mexican name, I would say, for a girl. I've always seen like people like on their Facebook or whatever change their name to Shoshitol or whatever because it's like a very beautiful name. It means beauty and flower and all that stuff, whatever. Like flatter yourself, right? So anyway, so today's day, I mean, for tomorrow, I'm sorry, for Wednesday, this is governed by Xochiquetzal, which is the goddess of beauty, or her name means flower feather. She's the goddess of beauty and love and everything pretty. Okay, so you have the influence of Venus. Okay, the planet Venus tomorrow. Okay, so this tomorrow's day is all about creativity. Okay, it's all about speaking things in a compassionate way, speaking from the heart. So it's all about Venusian energy. Okay, beautifying yourself, beautifying your environment, decluttering as well. So it feels like tomorrow you're going to have a lot of things that are going to reflect the inner beauty that you have within. You're going to want to definitely go for a change of pace, like a more luxurious environment, or even going and pampering yourself. Okay, so self-care, right? Anything that makes you feel good about yourself, like anything that you've wanted for a very long time. So there's definitely a very strong manifestation energy that's going to come in. It's very Empress type of energy that I feel that's gonna be assisting you tomorrow. Anything that needs to be expressed that's been hidden, any like deep seated wishes that you've wanted, any desires, any passion, is gonna be worked through tomorrow. So let's see, we're still, I already explained the tresena, we're still in the 13-day period of the monkey, and so the lord of the night for tomorrow is Mitatecutli. So this one is the lord of the underworld. So tonight is such an opposite energy, right? You have the love and beauty, the goddess of love and beauty, and then you got the lord of the underworld energy. So this is like Scorpio, Mercury and Scorpio energy. I swear to God, like that's why it's so aligned with like, Western astrology. So anyway, Mitaketecutli, he is the god of the underworld, god of the dead. So he is definitely the one that assisted in the creation of humanity by allowing one of the creator gods, Quetzalcoatl, to bring the bones of humans up to the surface to be recreated or rebirth. Okay, so that's how the legend goes. He kind of had a hand in that because he allowed him to do it, right? So anyway, his energy is like, again, Mercury and Scorpio, so things are going to be revealed. Okay, so at night, if you want any type of revelation, any type of like information regarding a question that you may have regarding somebody's intention, regarding somebody's personality, or something that is being hidden from you, he's going to be able to assist you in providing that information to you. Maybe you're going to travel to the underworld, right? And you're going to see like, oh, hey, let's see who's here, right? Let's see who's here, who's been naughty. No, just kidding. The underworld's not a bad place. In Aztec astrology, there's different layers. Okay, so anyway, that will help you understand somebody's real energy or their intention towards you. Okay, so it feels like if you have dreams of someone being mean to you in this realm or whatever, or acting a fool or acting like weird or not like how they are perceived by you, then it's definitely kind of like giving you a hint, like, here's a red flag, you've been asking about this person if they're really good people or not, then here it is, So I feel like he's definitely going to reveal that, like I said, a Mercury and Scorpio type of energy. The communication is going to be intense too for tomorrow, where you're going to have this digging, this wanting to dig deeper, this wanting to poke and prod at something that somebody said, or you might have, heard something and you're just not happy with what you heard, and you're going to poke and prod until you find the answer. Okay. Meaning communication. Okay. So it might be an argument. Okay. So I'm just letting you know until we reveal the truth, until you get to the truth, because that Mercury and Scorpio we're getting to the truth no matter what. Right. So that's what I feel is happening with this energy for tomorrow night. All right, so we're going to move on to October 1st, because it's only 30 days in September. So we're going to move on to October 1st. Excuse me. Oh, you're talking about the Lord of the Dead? Okay, let me. Oh, what am I? Oh, what am I doing? So I'll tell you. Okay, look, I'll tell you the one in Aztec. Okay, here he is. Oh, really? Lord of the Night, 5. Well, this one doesn't have it. Okay, so it is. What am I doing? I thought I went to that one. Okay, so it is Mictlan. So Mictlan is the actual place. Mictlan is the actual underworld. Okay, so his name is Mictlan Tecutli. Okay, so Mictlan, Mictlan, and then Tecuhtli, Mictlan Tecutli. And so he's the Lord of the Dead, or the Lord of the Underworld. He is Scorpio, Pluto, whatever. So Mictlan is the land of the dead, the land of the underworld. Okay, so that's what that one is called. They usually use like phrases that are linked to the explanation of each god, like Xochitl is flower, right? So Xochitl or whatever, flower, feather, that's what that means. Okay. That's you. All right. So the next one, this one's for October 1st. We're still in the 13-day period of one monkey. We're in the tonali day of 11 Sipatli. Sipatli is crocodile. Okay. So Sipatli was also the being that the creator gods used to create the world and the higher realms, as well as the lower realms, which is the underworld. Okay, in the legend, Sipatli was a monster, kind of like a reptile being. That was humongous, and it was an all-consuming force, meaning that everywhere it went, it consumed something, it destroyed something. And so the creator gods decided to stop it. Okay, and then they decided to use its parts to create the world. The torso is the earth, and then the head and is the sky, and then different body parts are like the layers of the higher realms, and then you have the lower half, the tail, are the layers of the underworld. So again, it was like a dinosaur, I would say. Like, I always think of it as a big giant dinosaur or a big crocodile, like they describe. But yeah. So anyway, so on October 1st, Sipatli is governed by Tonacatecutli, which is the Lord of our which is a creator god, as well. So he's the god of fertility and beginnings, new beginnings. Okay, so cycles, and whenever there's a ending to a cycle, he's the bringer of the new beginning of the abundance or the flow of life. Okay, life cycles. He is also known as the center of all existence, the place around which everything revolves. So it's kind of like he presides in the higher realms, with his counterpart, which is the a divinity of feminine energy. Okay, and so he's also in charge of the place of duality, which is where we're at. We're in duality. So he is called by different names. In our tradition, we call the dual forces Ometeot, which means two gods or two energies, okay, which is masculine and feminine, and that's the creator god, like meaning the creator himself, herself, is a dual force of masculine and feminine, and we call it Ometeot, okay. And so Tonat Tecutli and then Tonoca Sihuatl is the feminine counterpart. So when they're separated, then they're those names. But when they're together, they're Ometeot. Okay. Anyway, Sipatli, because it was used as the creation of the world and existence pretty much in the physical realms as well as spirit realms, is ruled by creator source, okay, God source, or Ometeot, okay. So this day is all about new beginnings, okay. This day is all about like working with new energies, making sure that you kind of like, if you have an idea that comes in and it's fresh and new, then work with it, okay. It is giving you this opportunity to advance your lifestyle in a positive manner, okay. So because it's under October 1st, which is like the full moon energy, so this is kind of like working with creator energy for the full moon. So it's going to be really beneficial for you, especially if you're seeking a new beginning in some aspect of your life. Maybe you have monetary issues right now, and maybe you want a new beginning, maybe you want a new career, maybe you want a new job to make more money, to be more stable. This is a perfect opportunity for that, because you're being assisted by creator, okay. And so this is all about a beneficial energy of positivity, as well as abundance and infinite, just flow of infinite, just prosperity, okay. And so anything like rewards and recognition and miracles can happen on October 1st, okay. So the next one is the Lord of the Night, who is going to be assisting at nighttime, is Chachi Huitiklu. And so this one is her name means she of the jade skirt. She is the goddess of waterways, of just water, okay. so she's the wife of Tlaloc, which is the rain god, and so she definitely provides any type of maternal energy, as well as fertility, as well as like protection for women. And so she's kind of worshipped by a lot of the Mexica people, because with her water, she sustains the crops, right? So she helps them grow. So she is definitely a very important deity in the Mexica tradition, or in the Aztec tradition. She was one of the previous sun gods too. So like I said, in our tradition, we have many sun gods. So the sun gods, like for example, her, because she's a water goddess, how could she be a sun goddess, right? Because in the fifth sun, legend of the fifth sun, which is like the Mayan equivalent of like, oh my God, the end of the world, right? Every sun has a god that presides over its rulership. So she was the fourth sun's ruler. So, and that one ended a while ago, okay, with, I think it was flooding, okay? And so that's how the world ended for the fourth time, through floods, because water goddess, right? And the fifth sun is currently happening, I would say, and it's supposed to end in 2025. 5 or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, people are calculating when it's supposed to end. But anyway, it's based on the lunar calendar as well as the solar calendar. So yeah, so she's gonna help you with anything feminine. Okay, so any type of work with the feminine, any type of work with water, manifesting with water, cleansing and purifying yourself with water, using water to heal yourself, heal your energy, or even to grow something. Okay, so sustainment as well. So she'll help you with that for the nighttime, even revealing, because it's a water brings a lot of intuition, even revealing more gifts, at night. Maybe you have this gift of intuition that you never even worked with before, never even thought that you had. So bam, it's there, so she's pretty much going to bring you that information. Okay. So next one is October 2nd. All right, so for October 2nd, we have 12 Ehekato, which is wind. Ehekato means wind, okay? So number 12 day, Ehekato, 12 wind. And so this guy is ruled by Quetzalcoatl, which is the wind god, which is one of the creator gods, okay? Quetzalcoatl is the what okay, so as a creator god, he is known as one of the Tezcatlipocas. The Tezcatlipocas means the smoking mirrors, okay? And he's called the white smoking mirror, okay, because he is the opposite of his brother, who is of the same name, Tezcatlipoca, and he is the black smoking mirror. So he's the opposite energy of that brother, okay? They're not twins, but he's the opposite energy of him, meaning that he brings us wisdom from the divine, an opportunity to assist ourselves through knowledge of the sciences, as well as how to grow crops, astrology, learning about the celestial cycles and things like that, and even how to build a civilization. So he was the one god that everybody revered in the ancient times because he brought us everything we needed to survive on this planet. He was the one that went to Mictlan, the underworld, to grab our bones and bring us back, and he used his own blood to create us. Okay, so he's the most important god in the Aztec mythology. Okay, everybody loves this guy, all right? But he's called the winged serpent. Okay, so he is Kulkulkan in the Mayan mythology. Okay, so if you guys remember the pyramid in the Mayan over there in the Yucatan that looks like a snake that's going down the stairs, that is actually Quetzalcoatl coming from the heavens to the earth to bring us wisdom. And so Quetzalcoatl is the governor of the wind. Okay, so he usually resides in the eastern side, okay, the east, and he brings us information from the heavens above, and he straight channels pretty much like all this information, all of this knowledge, all of this higher mind stuff. Okay, so he's very air signish, all right. Very air signish. All right. So on October 2nd, you're going to be very air signish too. Okay. So he rules the planet. Let's see what planet. I forgot what planet he rules. I think it is Jupiter. I'm not sure. Hold on. I forgot which one. Was it Jupiter or Mercury? I forgot. We'll look it up. Hold on. Oh no, it's okay. It's Venus. Yeah, it's Venus. Oh, I was so off. Okay, and then crocodile from yesterday is Venus too. Okay, so there's Venusian energy. So Venus energy, it might be a Libra-ish type of energy. That's what I feel. He might be based on Libra energy. But anyway, Quetzalcoatl, he is my favorite because I work with him all the time. And so for October 2nd, you can work with him. He's a good influence with learning, higher mind things, as well as kind of taking ideas and implementing them. Okay, because he's not completely air signish, because he does implement them like right away. Like he kind of like influences you to go for your goals, influences you to believe in yourself, and not getting your way, things like that. So it's all about making sure that you are, constantly trying to better yourself, and not, or kind of he kind of says to get rid of the bad habits. Okay. So October 2nd, it's all about bettering yourself and getting rid of bad habits. So anything that you want to start on October 2nd, like, I really want to start working out daily. Do it. Okay. Don't say it. They'll just say it. Do it. Okay. So he's definitely going to influence you on doing better. Okay. So then for the night, Lord of the Night, we have Tlazoteotl. So Tlazoteotl is the earth goddess. Okay. So she's an earth goddess, one of many earth goddesses. There's other earth goddesses. She's actually associated with purification during ceremony. So if you need to release things onto the Earth Mother, she'll assist you with it. She'll purging energy, as well as purifying. Okay, and so her actual name means filth goddess, meaning that she eats away at your filth, meaning like your bad energy, your negative energy. She eats it away, like she transforms it, she transmutes it for you. And so that's what she's considered, the filth goddess, because I guess we're filthy. We have bad habits. We have bad energy sometimes. So she does us a favor and cleanses us and purifies us of this negative energy. So she's going to be the one that you call on at night to help you with that. She's also considered like a goddess of midwives and pregnant women and children. She's also considered a fortune teller as well. So she tells you your fortune, like perceived future and things like that. If you're going on a certain route, she'll tell you what to expect for that route ahead. Okay. So definitely call on her for the night, for the October 2nd, to assist you with whatever you need to release and purge or purify from. Okay. All right. So October 3rd, we have, let's see. I'm looking at the calendar, making sure that I'm like not going, wait. Okay. So that's Saturday. So October 3rd is Saturday. So this one, we're still on the 13-day period of the monkey. And this one's 13. This is the last day, number 13, Kali, of the 13-day period monkey. Okay. So we'll start a new 13-day period on the 4th. Okay. So this is the very last day, and this is a very important day, because number 13 was a very sacred day for the Aztecs. Okay. So let's see. This is Kali, which means house. Okay, house. So building, house. Okay. So on the 3rd, Kali is all about building, or taking care of your home. Okay, taking care of your family, taking care of what needs to be taken care of at home. Okay, it's going to be a good energy for that. So it's governed by Tepeyolotl, which is a jaguar energy. So jaguar is actually, this Tepeyolotl is one of the many faces of the god Tezcatlipoca, which I told you guys about, which is the black smoky mirror, the opposite of Quetzalcoatl. Okay, so I'll tell you guys why he's the opposite. So anyway, the jaguar, Tepeyolotl, is called the heart of the mountain. Okay, he's also the jaguar of the night. He is the lord of animals, as well as echoes and dark caves and the darkness. Pretty much, he was said to have a fur that was black, and his actual spots were made of stars. Okay. The reason why he is called this is because he actually assists you in looking through the darkness into the light. Like he will help you navigate through your own shadow work. So he's good for shadow work. Okay, he'll help you with that. He'll help you reveal things that need to be healed. Okay, and he'll help you really look at those shadows and embrace them in a way that you don't criticize or judge them anymore, that you really understand that, hey, this is a part of me. This is why it's a part of me. This is where it came from. Okay. And so he's definitely helps you with that. And because he is one of the faces of Tezcatlipoca, which Tezcatlipoca is the black smoking mirror, Tezcatlipoca is the Lord of Karma. Okay. He is the one that is right at the forefront teaching us lessons. Okay. So if you do something bad to someone, he's right there telling you, you're going to get it back. You're going to get it back. And this is how it is. And so he's definitely the one that teaches us about karmic cycles, as well as he is the one that pushes the karmic cycles onto us. Okay. So the darkness of us is revealed through Tezcatlipoca's lessons. Okay. And so that's why his Tepeyolotl, who is the jaguar of the night, is one of the faces of that shadow work or of those karmic cycles. Okay. So he does it in a more I think he does it in a more lighter way, because Tezcatlipoca has different faces, different animals he uses for karmic lessons. And so he does it in a little bit more of like a reserved way than other of the other ones that he has. Okay. But that's what we're going to deal with for the 3rd of October is karmic cycles, letting them go, understanding our shadows, embracing ourselves completely without judgment, and healing, healing aspects of ourselves that have been ignored, healing aspects of ourselves that we've been pushed, we push back because we think, oh, that's just wrong, or I don't want anybody to know that I did that, or things like that, things that haven't been revealed yet, and so this is a good way to do it, is through their assistance and like really exploring our shadow aspects and exploring that, and so that they can be embraced and healed. Okay, so that's what's going to happen on the 3rd. So with Kali, the house, like I said, this is all about you. Like the structure itself is your family as well as yourself. So if there are shadow things that need, or shadow aspects of you that need to be healed within your family, then it's going to be revealed on that time as well. So it's all about private conversations, possibly having to confront someone in your family for something that they did, or something you did, or vice versa, whatever. And so this is more about family stuff. Okay, like secrets, pretty much. Your family secrets, and really getting through those relationships and through the root causes of conflict in your family, or even with yourself. Okay, because the house does represent you or your family. Okay, so you'll see that for October 3rd. So for the night, the Lord of the Night that's in charge for that night is Tepeyotl again. So you're gonna be doing intense shadow work in the shadow realm with him. So this is good. This is good because you'll bring back aspects of yourself from past lives. Maybe there is an aspect of yourself that was selfish, in a past life. Maybe, I don't know, like you guys were millionaires and you guys let people starve. I don't know, things like that. And then you'll have to really heal that about yourself. And maybe that's why you're more you don't like money this lifetime, oh, money's a root of all evil, and things like that. Maybe that's why your mentality is like that about money, because maybe in a past life you were super rich and you were not a very good person because of it. So that's something that might be revealed for shadow work at night with the Peyotl. Okay, so the jaguar of the night. Okay, so it's definitely going to be intense, October 3rd. All right, now we're moving on to October 4th. October 4th, we are starting a brand new cycle. So that's why the 13 is so intense, because you're ending cycles. Okay. You're pretty much going out with a bang. All right. Like anything that you had to freaking fix needs to be fixed on the 13th. It's like the end of the 13th cycle. Okay. The 13th day, because that is your death card. That is your tower energy. That is the shit that you needs to be done before you can move on to a brand new start, a new beginning with a new 13-day period and new energy and all this good stuff, right? So you gotta make room for the new. So getting rid of the old junk needs to happen in order for you to make room for the new. Okay, so for October 4th, which is Saturday, we are starting the 13-day period of one Huitpatli. Okay, and this is lizard. It's a lizard. Okay, so this guy, let me tell you a little bit about this guy. So little lizard guy. Hold on. So he is the Aztec animal that represents vivacity, meaning like high energy. Okay. So like enthusiasm, optimism, high energy, and wanting to really confront any obstacle that gets in your way. So this is a very Aries type of energy, I swear, but also very logical too in the way it maneuvers itself through life, where it actually thinks before it acts. So it's a very Saturn energy. So its actual ruling planet is Saturn, okay? And so that's why it's so keen on moving forward and having planned things out before taking action. So it's a very Saturnish energy that we're going to be in for a 13-day period, okay? So anyway, the day sign that starts as one, again, Huitzpatli, which is one lizard. So this dude is ruled by Huehuecoyotl, which is the god of trickery. This guy's fun, all right? Like he's a prankster, all right? But he is sacred. The reason why he does the things that he does is to help you understand not to take things too seriously. Like the things that you think are like, oh, that is it. That is the all and end all of everything. He's going to try to poke holes into your logic, into your reasoning, into your philosophies to try to help you see that you shouldn't be stuck in just one way of thinking. You should be all expansive, okay? You shouldn't be attached too much to what's going on in this world. You should expand your horizons to the spirit realms and beyond, okay? And so that's what he does. He makes these he pokes fun at you. When you try to be all serious, he's just like, ha ha ha, laughing at you. But he's also, because he's continuously transforming, okay? And he wants you to transform and evolve, okay? And so that's what he's going to provide with the beginning of this cycle, is a transformative energy for evolutionary purposes, so that you don't get stuck in a rut. You don't get stuck in an old cycle or a limiting belief that is not working out for you, okay? So that's what he's going to provide for day one of Huetzpalin, okay? And so the Lord of the Night that you're going to work with is Tlaloc, the rain god. So he's the guy that is married to the jade skirt goddess, or the goddess of water. He is usually in charge of helping with fertility, okay? So but he can also be very mean. like if he doesn't get his way, he gets very wrathful, okay? So that's why people are afraid of him, because he used to bring floods in when I guess the humans would not worship him the right way or something like that. Anyway, so because of this mannerism, because he helps you grow but also can take things away from you, you have the opportunity to reveal that about yourself too. Like maybe there's something about you that kind of mirrors that type of attitude where you're going to assist people, but they have to do things a certain way, or else you're just like, bye. I'm not assisting you anymore. But anyway, but that's a good thing too, right? Sometimes you have to cut ties with people. Anyway, he'll help you with that, with maneuvering the give and take and like the giving and receiving aspect of yourself. Okay, so that's like one of the things that a lot of people need to work on, is allowing themselves to either give or receive, because there's never an equal amount of give and receive for a lot of people. There's always one or the other. Okay, so Tlaloc will help you with that, with a balancing of the giving and the receiving. And that could happen like at night, where you're just like, okay, I've been giving too much of myself, too much of my time to people who are not worthy of it, and it's time for me to put boundaries. He could help you with that. Okay, so that's for the 4th. Now we have the 5th. And for the 5th, we have day 2 coatl, which is day 2 snake. If you've noticed, there's a pattern of reptiles in the beginning of this trecena, which is good because it's all about changes. Okay, the snake in particular is all about changes, a changing of the skin. Okay, a changing of the mindset. Okay, so the way that you perceive the world can change because of this influence. Okay, so the snake day is all about maneuvering through rough waters, as well as changing. Okay, so cycles that are changing. Maybe there's a cycle that's coming up that might be tough for you to let go of. Maybe there is a relationship pattern that is coming up for you to really analyze and heal about yourself, or heal about a relationship that's causing you problems. And so the snake energy will help with that, because it's all about continuously flowing and maneuvering through rough waters and changing. Okay, so this is all about making sure that you are doing the same. Okay, so he is governed by the jade skirt goddess, the goddess of water too. Okay, so Chalchi Tiquitul. Okay, so she is again the mother of, or the goddess of water, the wife of Tlaloc. She was the ruler of the 4th sun. So again, she's going to be working with you with your emotions, working with you with your intuition, as well as revealing like a more I guess you could say a better route to take when it comes to relationships with others. Okay, maybe you have a question about how can you handle someone who is a little bit stubborn or just rough around the edges. She can reveal like a better tactic to handle them. Okay, so this is definitely gonna be beneficial for you for that day. So the night, Lord of the Night is Siwetecutli, and Siwetecutli is called the turquoise lord, or the lord of the year, the god of fire. Okay, so he's the creator of fire. A lot of people call him the creator of life, or all life, or sustainer of life, because of fire. We had warmth, we had a means to see in the darkness, and then of course, the sun is, looks like fire to the ancient Aztecs, and so the sun was a giver of life as well. So that's why they revered it, and they revered fire. So anyway, this being can help you with just lighting the way through the darkness. So like kind of like having like that light at the end of the tunnel, really working with the solar plexus and being in your true power and potential for leadership role. Okay, so he's definitely one of those gods that'll push you into a leadership position, or push you into wanting to do more with your life than just conform. He's going to influence you in that, as well as it's like very sun-ish type of energy, but very fire sign energy at the same time. Okay, so it's not all about like this day is not about, it's not good for stagnation. Okay, so if you have a fear of something because it's going to feel like it's going to be life changing, then Site Kutli is going to assist you with having more confidence towards that. Okay, those changes that you need to make in order for you to gain whatever it is that you want to gain. Okay, so he is definitely going to help you for the nighttime. Then finally, we have Monday the 6th. And so we have the day is 3 Miquitzli, which is death. Everybody's like, death. Oh, shit. So Miquitzli is death. All right. And it is governed by Techitecatl, which is the moon god. Okay. So in Aztec astrology, or in Aztec cosmology, I would say, the moon was a god. Okay. And later on it transformed to a goddess. Okay, there's kind of like two aspects to every energy in Aztec cosmology. Like I said, like the dual nature of God, the dual nature of the moon, the dual nature of the sun, the dual nature of the earth, things like that. Okay, so there's always two counterparts to each god. There's always a goddess. Okay, so this is the old moon god, meaning that he used to represent the male aspect of the moon. And so anyway, he's going to be the one that illuminates the old world. So what that means is he illuminates the ancient world to reveal its secrets to you. So in this day will be good for you to study old, ancient civilizations, or possibly learn more about cultural diversities in that way of spirituality, or what people do for healing, or what people do for shadow work, or what people do for witchcraft, or things like that. Okay, so it's like pagan rituals, paganism. Okay, that's like what I keep hearing, is paganism, the old world, the old mindsets that used to be prior to Christianity. Okay, so this is going to be one of those days where you get to explore that, and then it comes to the surface where you will be revealing a lot of things that you used to practice in old lifetimes. Okay, so this is definitely pretty awesome day. I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's death, oh my god, that's gonna be a bad day. No. It means something different. Okay, in that sense, it's like it's giving you a new beginning. Okay, because even though you have an old ancient knowledge that's going to come forth, it's giving you a new beginning at the same time. Okay, because it's like stuff that's revealing to you that you've never seen before. Okay, all right, so the Lord of the Night for this night is Itzli, which is the obsidian god of sacrifice, or the god of stone. Okay, so Itzli means obsidian. Okay, obsidian stone. Okay, so the god of sacrifice. All right, so this guy, like I said, Tezcatlipoca has different faces. This happens to be one of Tezcatlipoca's faces. So this guy is definitely intense. Okay, this one is like, you really need to look at the ugly. Like, you really need to look at the way that you sacrifice your time, the way that you're you're martyring yourself for other people. So that's like the toxicity, the codependent cycles that you might have with others, that you might not even think of as being codependent, but they might be codependent. You might not even think they're toxic, but they really are toxic. Maybe somebody that's looking outside of your relationship, they're just like, whoa, that shit's toxic, like. So the obsidian god, the god of stone and sacrifice, reveals that to you, reveals your toxic traits, reveals your codependent traits, so that you can understand them, and you could be like, why am I doing this? Like, why am I so hung up on that? Or why do I constantly have to attract this type of person? Or, things like that. So it's usually going to link you back to like the very first relationship you had with someone, even with your parents. Like, how was their relationship, or some adult that influenced you into thinking that that is love. like yelling and screaming at each other and calling each other names and having this really crazy dramatic scene in whatever marriage or relationship was love, right? Like you have to suffer in love. That type of like toxicity is going to be revealed this day or this night with Eatsley. Okay, so he's again, he's the one that's like really in your face. Like I said, Tezcatlipoca has different faces, so this one is like really intense. Like he's like, stop fucking around, stop freaking making shit up. This shit is your this is what you built. Like now it's time for you to destroy it. That type of like attitude. Okay, so yeah. Yeah, he's done that for me too. That's why I know him very well. I'm just like, fuck, okay, you're right. Oh, they'll just show up if you want, to work with them. They'll show up, like if you say, okay, this day signs, whoever is the Lord of the Night for this day, for this night, I want to work with you. And if you don't know their name, that's fine because they'll just show up. Okay, so you don't have to know their name. They know the energy that you need to work with. Okay, so that's all I have for the Aztec astrology portion of this. So we're going to go ahead and do, sorry for everybody who's been waiting in the East Coast, especially. We're going to do the energy work now. Okay, so I have Sandra Yancey is my first one, and then it's Brittany Farrell, and then it's Norma Alicia. Yeah, I love this stuff because it actually goes in hand with what's going on with the transits. Because remember when I like kind of like told you guys, be ready, it's going to be intense this week. It's the same kind of intensity that I like got for the Aztec astrology as well. So I'm just like, damn, dude, it's kind of very similar. All right, so if Sandra Yancey is here, let me know. We're gonna do yours first, love. Sorry about all this, the wait, the long wait. I know it's like really late over there where you're at. I know I saw you say hi. I think I saw you up here somewhere. But it's Kim Yancey's mommy. There you are. Okay, Sandra. So we're going to go ahead and start yours. So I want you to go ahead and prepare yourself, like create a circle of protection around you, bring in your ancestors, bring in the energies of all the elements like the fire, earth, water, and air, and just bring in your guides, bring in your angels, whoever you want to bring in, bring them in so we could do this energy work with them, okay? And let me know when you're ready. Lizzie. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Caitlin. Yeah. So I usually have people purchase before the live for energy work. But if it's a reading, you can purchase during the live. So Mystic Mondays, you guys could purchase during the live. But for Toltec Tuesdays is before the live starts so that I can be prepared. Energetically, okay? But yeah, you can definitely purchase for next Tuesday because we're going to continue this for next Tuesday as well, okay? All right, you're ready? Awesome. All right, Sandra, we're going to go ahead and connect. Right away, I'm like really hot. Really, really hot. All right, so let's see. Ooh. Okay, so there is a Phoenix energy around you. So that's why I'm really hot. So this Phoenix is like all around your energy field, okay? So it's very, very cleansing and purifying energy. So it's constantly working. That's what it's saying. It's constantly working, purifying your energy field, because there's a lot of stuff going on in your life that is definitely putting a strain on you as well as your energy. Okay. Um, it's pointing to the head, and then there's pointing to the heart, and then there's pointing to the kind of like stress points, like shoulders, neck, upper back, pointing to your arms too. Like there's just a lot of stress going on. Okay. All right, so we're going to go ahead and use the Phoenix energy. It wants to be used. So we're going to start with transmuting of the higher chakras. Okay, so the higher chakras are the ones that are being stressed right now. Okay, so this is the heart, the throat, the third eye, and the crown. Okay, there needs to be a balance happening. Like your lower chakras are good, where you are grounded and everything. Very very logical. That's what your guides are saying. Very grounded, very present. Okay, but the higher chakras are needing a little bit of a booster and balance, because it feels like there seems to be a strain in the energy coming in, and it might be because of what's happening in your environment. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start with the heart first. So we're bringing in Phoenix energy to transmute the heart space, transforming it, cleansing and clearing. Breathe in deeply, exhale slowly, and exhale any stress that you have in your heart. And your heart usually stresses due to, people that you love. You might be worried. And we're going to bring energy behind your heart as well, on the back of like in between your shoulder blades as well, to cleanse and clear that area as well. We're also going to cleanse and clear from your shoulders down to the tips of your hands. Releasing any energy that needs to be let go of. Releasing any stress from the shoulders to the hands and out. Now we're looking at the throat and the neck. So we're going to go ahead and do the same thing, cleansing and clearing the throat. Breathe in deeply and exhale anything that you are currently stressing about when it comes to communication with others, with words that you need to say. Releasing any stress on the neck and the throat. So we're moving up to the third eye. And the third eye usually retains our thoughts of what's going on, or what we continue to think of and play over and over and over again. Maybe there's a negativity going on because there might be something that is causing that negativity. Maybe you're trying to have faith, but you can't because you are very logical, and you're just like, well, if that's happening, then how am I going to be able to believe in this? Things like that. So we're removing any negativity on anything about your faith in your belief in miracles and your belief in anything that worries you, okay? Anything that brings worry, anything that brings doubt in your mind, we're releasing that now. Because we have to have faith and we have to believe that everything is turning out for the greatest good for everyone, okay? There just seems to be a lot that you are going through that you just don't want everybody to worry about you, and you try to focus on the task at hand all the time, but you are truly, human, and so sometimes you do have doubts, sometimes you do have you know um stress because of it, and so it's you don't like sharing that with others because you want to make sure everybody's positive and everybody's taken care of, but I can see that it does become a physical stressor on your body retaining that information, okay? And so self-expression is really good to do. If you can't verbalize something, maybe you want to use a physical activity to release any type of frustration, any type of anxiety, any type of stress. Maybe I'm looking at kickboxing for you. You're just like, ah. So whatever you need to do, it's perfect. Okay, whatever you need to do to relax and to let that go, it's perfect. All right, so we're moving up to the crown. So now the crown is flowing. Okay, now that we've balanced that out, it's flowing, it's allowing all of that beautiful energy from creator, from God, to come in and heal everything and replace everything that was transmuted by the phoenix energy, replacing it with love, compassion, tranquility, and peace, and miracles. Okay, belief in miracles once more. Okay, so moving that all the way down into the bottoms of your feet and all around your auric field, all around you, continuously hugging you with all this beautiful, loving energy, healing energy, and knowing that you are supported and that everything is going to turn out how it should for everyone in a positive and peaceful way. All right, so breathe in deeply and exhale, receiving all of this into your heart and spreading it all around. All right, so we're all done, Sandra. We're disconnecting, cleansing, and clearing. And we're all done. All right, so the phoenix is a replenishing energy. So with the phoenix, it's constantly transforming your energy field, meaning that whenever you have something going on that is highly stressful that you can't deal with because you don't want to deal with at that time because you're so preoccupied with other things. So it's definitely like something that you feel can be left for later. Uh, so this is a common trait for people who are very selfless, okay? They tend to take care of everyone else before they take care of themselves. And so that's why this causes like pain in your physical body, because there's things that you need assistance with, but you don't want to really say that because you're so worried that you'll get all this attention, and you're just like, no, 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 we have to pay attention to this person more than me, like it's very selfless type of energy. But you do need your own attention too. You do need to take care of yourself too. You do need to have people take care of you too. Okay, because remember, if you don't take care of yourself and things just pile up and pile up and pile up, how are you going to be able to take care of everyone else, if you can't take care of yourself? So definitely time for you to have some assistance with that. Okay. You had a miracle today. Oh my gosh. Oh, yay! That's awesome. Yay. That's great. Yeah. Yep, that's great. But yeah, so you definitely need to take care of your energy too, Sandra, okay? So that you can take care of your husband and your kiddos as well, okay? That's awesome. I'm so happy for you guys. I was like praying the whole time. Like Kim was like, please pray right now. I'm like, yes, and prayed like every day for him so that he can definitely get what he needs. And you guys can too. That's awesome. Woohoo! Yes, kickboxing for your mom, definitely for stress relief. Hell yeah. We love you too. You're welcome, Sandra. Okay, so next one is Brittany, Mrs. Brittany Farrell. So Brittany, so did you ever get word on the job that you applied for? Totally forgot to ask you yesterday. Yes. Uh Lots of love for everybody who is watching and who is here. Oh, so okay, so if you guys are new, so on Mondays I do free readings as well as paid discounted readings if you guys are interested. And then Tuesdays, which is TOLTEC Tuesdays, is today, is only for paid energy work and super discounted as well. But I do the Aztec astrology and give you guys more information about Toltec shamanism and Aztec astrology, which is based on Toltec shamanism too. So, so Toltec is more ancient than the Aztecs. So that's ancient people in Mesoamerica. All right, let me see. Oh, so you did get an offer. Okay, so you got an offer, but the hours were not the ones that you wanted. So is it that it's kind of like PRN, like where you just go when you are needed, or is it part time? Or can you pick up hours? Because if I think you can pick up hours. Like if there's somebody that you're like, oh, do you want me to work for you today? Like you could probably pick up hours or something like that. But you have to really see if it's going to benefit you, pretty much. So it's definitely up to you. RBT. Okay, so yeah, so it's pretty much like asking you when to come in when they need you. Yes, more blessings. So what are you gonna do, Brittany? Are you gonna accept it, or are you gonna just be like, nah? I feel like you can pick up hours. I feel like you're definitely wanting a change in environment. Does it pay better? That's the thing too. Does it pay better? Does it give you more benefits? You have to weigh those options too. Because if it doesn't give you benefits, then nah. Yeah, right, Lizzie. Tell them to check your Palm Pilot. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Ugh, that's horrible. It's like I feel so bad for the families that have like any like loved ones in hospitals and in clinics and things like that, because it's like you can't even go there to physically support them. You have like I feel so like Kim, I don't know how you're dealing, you and your mom are dealing with not being able to physically, see your dad due to the COVID restrictions. I'm not sure how restricted they are, but I know in some states it's like, no, you can't come visit at all. And it's just like, dude, he just had surgery. Like, what the hell, you know? They need someone there, right? So it's like they need actual support, physical support there, and so it's really hard for a lot of people. Yeah, uh-huh. Yeah, Brittany. Lizzie, it's not. I'm like looking at the Constitution, looking at like, okay, so put it this way: every state governor is the one that dictates how they do these things. Okay, like for example, I used to live in South Dakota, and in South Dakota there was no restrictions whatsoever. Like our governor was like, we have the Constitution, so if we like force you guys to stay at home over something that we don't even know anything about, like there's no real high percentage of like fatality, like mortality rates and things like that are not that bad in South Dakota, then we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do the whole like we're taking over your home life and telling you not to travel and telling you not to go grocery shopping and telling you not to go visit your loved ones at the hospitals, things like that. So she was really pro Constitution and not wanting to infringe on people's rights. But she did say they did keep advertising the CDC's like percentages and information and things like that. And she says, be smart about it. You guys are adults. Be smart about it. Whatever you think you need to do to protect yourself, then do it. But we're not going to force you guys to do it. Okay. So that being said, any like hospital or anything that was run by the state, like they were the ones in charge of like what the rules are going to be. Like, so businesses were in charge of what their rules were going to be for their businesses. Some businesses shut down, some businesses did drive through, some businesses did deliveries, some businesses did things like that. So whatever they thought was wise for them to do, they did it. Okay. And so the governor never restricted them, never told them not to do something, never told them you need to do that, not this, things like that. And so because she says we are adults, so we have to do the smart thing for ourselves. Here's the guidelines that the CDC has. If you want to follow these guidelines, and do so, and so nobody wore a mask unless you were told to wear a mask when you're going into a business because the business owner told you to, and so that's how South Dakota played it. All right. And they don't really have any crazy COVID numbers at all. And so I moved to Wisconsin and everything is like shut down everything. No one's allowed to visit their family members. No one's allowed to do anything, and like all these businesses were shut down and they lost a lot of money. They lost their homes. They lost, property, they, things like that. And everybody has to wear a mask. Everybody has to do this. Everybody has to do that and stuff like that. And so a lot of people here are frustrated with that because again, small businesses are hurting while the big businesses are thriving. Okay. And so you could really see that here. And even for nurses and things like that, they were saying like, dude, these people are making shit up. Like they were saying, like there's a, because I have nurses in my family here and who work in Wisconsin. They're saying that the COVID numbers were made up. Some of them were caught making it up. Some hospitals are caught making them up. Like they were signing death certificates as with COVID, instead of like, this is what they really died of with symptoms of COVID. No, they're saying that they died of COVID on the death certificate instead of actually saying the truth, and so they got caught. So I think there's a lot of states that did that too. Then they got caught. So I don't know. I think this is all jacked up. Like, I don't know what's the truth and what's not the truth. It's just kind of like everything's kind of like just fumbling everywhere. Things are just being revealed and just it's craziness. It's just weird and crazy, and it's really sad to see that our world is going that direction, and so it's like they really didn't trust people to be smart. They really don't trust people to take care of themselves. They really don't trust that people are really going to do that. They really think the public is a bunch of like morons. Like that's how I feel when our governor, this governor here in Wisconsin, saying we're gonna go ahead and push back the date for masks because you guys are stupid. That's how I feel when he just extended the date for wearing a mask in public. And I feel like, oh, he thinks I'm a fucking moron. That I can't wear a mask where I'm supposed to wear a mask. Like I can't wear a mask where a business tells me, oh, you have to wear a mask in my business. Like I can't make that decision myself. So he has to tell me, like that's how I feel like when he does that. Like, you really think I'm that dumb? Like that I'm not going to follow the rules of a business? Like, come on, man. Yeah, I know. It is even because remember how they were saying that the mask will be helpful and things like that, and then all of a sudden Fauci said, "Oh, I didn't really help you," and then they're saying that it doesn't really help you, and I'm just like, does it or doesn't it? Like, what's going on? Oh my god! Yeah, Kimberly. Yeah, that's how it is too. Yeah, every restaurant is like wear a mask, and then you go in, you wear your mask, you take it off, and then you're like eating without a mask. That's how it is here. But now, like I said, when I was living in South Dakota, there are some restaurants that never even told you to wear a mask. They just said, just stay 6 feet away from each other. Which South Dakotans already do that. Like we don't really, like I swear, like South Dakota was doing like like social distancing before social distancing was a cool thing to do. Like I swear to God. That's why their numbers are so low with COVID, because they're like avoid people. South Dakota avoids people. Like they're just like nope, nope, nope. But here in Wisconsin, it's like more a heavier population. But yeah, there's definitely like people look at you sideways, like they look at you like I'm gonna punch you if you don't stay 6 feet away from you. like that's how they look at you here. I'm just like, damn, dude. Oh, okay. They took your temperature, but you didn't have to wear a mask. That's so funny. Lizzie, yeah. Yes, you are. All right, Brittany. So we're gonna go ahead and do yours, your healing. So go ahead and do your circle of protection. Bring in your guides. Bring in your ancestors. Bring in your whoever you want to bring in. Bring in the the elements. Fire, earth, air, and water. Whatever you want to do. Okay, and let me know when you're ready. None of it makes sense. I know none of it does. That's why I laugh at it. I'm just like, okay. Like, social distancing my whole life. I'm sorry. Me too. That's why we all get along so well. We're like hermits. I get overwhelmed. Like I really do get overwhelmed with like if I go for too long around people. I'm just like once a week is fine. All right. So, okay, Brittany, I'm going to go ahead and begin. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and connect to you now. Ooh, you have a lot of water energy happening around you. I don't know if you live near the ocean or something, but there seems to be like waves of like ocean water around your auric field. Yeah, very, very intense emotion as well as intuition. That's what the water is representing is the intensity of your intuition and your emotions at this time. It's like they're going hand in hand. Like if your emotions are heightened, your intuition is heightened. Your intuition is heightened, your emotions is heightened. All right, so they're pointing the back of your neck. They're pointing at your solar plexus, pointing at your root, your hands as well. Like I'm feeling like poking on your fingers and your hands. Very high activity in the third eye and in the crown. The heart as well. They're pointing at the heart. Okay, we're going to start with the root first. We're going to bring in that cool, watery energy to flush things out. They want you to get flushed, like kind of like a river flowing through you and removing anything that's stagnant, anything that is preventing any type of movement forward, any type of abundance to come in. Okay, so we're going to go to the root first, bringing in water energy from the top of your crown and down all the way to the root, cleansing and clearing and releasing all the way into the mother earth. Purifying the roots, allowing new growth as well as stability and abundance in the material sense of the word. So money, okay? Allowing that in. Money makes you feel better and stable and secure, especially because of this world that we live in, that it is used all the time. All right, we're moving up to the solar plexus. Bringing in water energy again, cleansing and clearing the solar plexus. Removing anything that no longer serves you. You have this sense of control that you might have lost along the way somewhere, where you are able to control the way that your life goes or the direction that you're going. And this has a lot to do with the way that you perceive your successes in life, okay? The battles that are won and things like that, okay? So we're releasing anything that is making you think negatively about those things. Release, release, release. Moving on up to the heart. So with the heart, there was just a little bit of a space in the heart that was a little bit intense. The energy might have been kind of like it feels like in the lower heart. So this has to do with heart, like a little bit of like heartbreak, and because it's so close to the solar plexus, it has to do with the way that you perceive the relationship. Okay, possibly there was like some type of betrayal, maybe because it feels like you felt like you were being betrayed, or you were betrayed and you were lied to or manipulated. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and release that. Releasing that now with the water energy, cleansing and clearing and purifying. Now we're looking at your hands, very active, but it feels like the flow is a little bit slower than usual. So we're going to go ahead and flush from your arms on down to the tips of your hands and out. Flush with water. Looking at the back of your neck, it's like kind of like your shoulder, connecting to your shoulder and your neck area. There's a little bit of strain in the muscle. It feels like there's definitely like a stress point right there, like a nerve is stressed out, some muscle tension. So we're going to go ahead and flush that out. Releasing any stressors and muscle tensions. We're looking at the third eye. It looks good. The crown looks good. Okay, we're going to go ahead and swirl some water like a vortex, water vortex around your auric field, cleansing and clearing, purifying, and repairing your auric field now. Release, release, release. And repair, repair, repair. All right, Brittany, we're going to cleanse and clear and disconnect. All right. Kimberly. Yeah. So a lot of what your emotions were bringing up is kind of like a old pattern being released, like old memories. Maybe you're cycling through some old memories of like old betrayals, old like patterns of like relationships, and you're wondering why like things were happening that way, or you're wondering why like people just can't be honest with you, just can't tell you the truth or their real intentions, or they become a little bit psycho. they get really possessive of you. Um, and so that's something that your emotions were like kind of like like moving through. Like it's just like, what the hell's going on with that? Like, why are people acting psycho? Like, like why is it that when I try to date someone, he turns out to be psycho, or like just a lot of craziness going on. And yes, betrayal was like a big one. Yeah, yeah, old betrayal. So it's like old energy, old wounds that were being worked through, you know. And it was like a stabbing feeling, like you got stabbed in the heart, you know. And because of the placement between the lower heart and the solar plexus, that's like trying to like the way that they did it, it's like they're trying to control you as well as control you with your emotions and make you feel like you're out of control, like you have no power, you're powerless with the solar plexus as well, with the placement of that energy that they tried to do to you because of the betrayal. It's like like they wanted you to feel doubtful of yourself, of your power, as well as of the way that you love and your emotions. So it's like all, you know, rolled into one. Yeah. Yeah. So that's and that's how they try to control you, I guess you could say. Like they try to manipulate you and feeling guilty and feeling like you weren't enough and feeling like there's something wrong with you. When in actuality, it was their problem. Like they're the ones that are the problem. I was just like, yo, this is like very like I'm not gonna lie. This is like that. Remember when I talked about like the people that I don't like or I don't get along with is usually a Libra Scorpio placement, like Libra Sun, Scorpio Moon, or Scorpio Rising or something like that. And it felt like that for you too. Like there's an air sign with some type of Scorpio placement in their chart that is like that. I was like, oh shit. Brittany probably has a problem with him too. Oh shit. They probably do have Scorpio. She's like, all my exes are Libras. Holy shit. Because I have a problem with Libras that are like that are trying to be manipulative and controlling. And they try to make you feel like you're not worthy. You know what I mean? Like, and they usually, when I end up looking up their chart, it has a fucking Scorpio moon or a Scorpio rising or some type of fucking Scorpio in their, like really heavy Scorpio energy in their fucking chart. And that's why I'm like, that's why they're the way they are. It's like they can't control it. Like they just can't. Like they really go into the dark side, you know what I mean? Like Libras try to balance, you know, the ones that don't have a heavy Scorpio, they really are more balanced. But when there's a heavy Scorpio influence, they're just like, ha ha ha, I am the dark, you know, like I am the dark. I am the night. And they're really self-righteous, like I'm doing this because it's justified, because I justified it, you know. And so it's like I can never get along with people like that. I could never get along with them. I didn't have Delta Scorpio. Yeah, I always had that problem with those placements. Like I already knew like why they did that. Like it's like a criminal mind, you know what I mean? Like they justify the crimes that they commit on, like, or the ways that they hurt other people. Like they always had a justification or an excuse for the bullshit that they did. And you were like, what the fuck? There's no excuse for being an asshole. Like what the hell? No, you know. That was me. That was like talking shit to them. So I always avoided them. There's no justification for being a dick. Like I'm sorry. Like there isn't. But yeah, so those are the only placements I've ever had a problem with. But every other placement that has Scorpio, like even if it's an Earth with Scorpio, I never had a problem with them. Or if it's water with water, it's like awesome. Like I always get along with those placements. Or even like fire with a Scorpio, or things like that. It's like I always get along with them. But that fucking air and water placement is the problem that I always run into. Like those people are the ones that are always like they don't they just don't know how to regulate, like they just don't know how to regulate their emotional self, and they allow themselves to just indulge in the darkness and things like that, and they don't even feel sorry, or they're not even apologetic, or if they do apologize they don't really mean it, like you just know they don't mean it. No, not you, Lizzie. I was talking about Libra and Scorpio placements. like, like I always had a problem every time with a sun in Libra, and like either their chart said they were a moon in Scorpio or a Scorpio rising. I always had a problem with those particular people. And I don't, Normal. That's why. Like the Libra sun, it's like, okay, I'm just gonna apologize to tell them so that they could just shut up. Like that's the reason why they would ever apologize for anything that they do, like anything shady that they do, is so that you could just shut up about it, right? And that's it. That's the only reason why. They don't mean it. They just want you to shut up. Like that's really why they even do it. So and it's funny because I was thinking about like who the fuck did I know that made me turned off to that type of placement, and it was like high school girls. That there's like a high school girl that I knew that was Miss Popularity, and she had a Libra sun and a fucking Scorpio moon, and I was like, this bitch, that's why I don't fucking like these placements. Like they could talk all sweet and manipulative and stuff like that, but they don't mean a word. They don't mean a word. So yeah, so that was my problem. All right, so next is Norma Alicia. Lizzie, Leo, Sun, Libra, Moon. Is that who you're having a problem with? Dude, the arrogance of the Leo Sun. Just kidding. With the Libra backing too, because they're sweet talkers. Those Libras are sweet talkers, and so if they have that Leo Sun and Libra Moon placement, shit, they could talk themselves out of anything. They could convince you you're the only one, and have like 10 different girls calling him at the same time. And you're still like, who are those people? Oh, that's just my mom. Oh, Norma, you're dealing with Scorpio Sun, Cancer Moon. Oh my God, 2 water placements. Wow. Yeah, that's intense. Your cousins. All right, Norma, let me know when you're ready so we could do your energy healing, and you'll be my last one for tonight. Okay, you ready? Awesome. All right, I'm going to go ahead and connect to you now. Ooh, girl. Talking about intensity. So your wings are transforming. Like they're like at first they're like the angel wings, like a beautiful little mystical, like they look kind of like yeah, they look really like colorful, and then all of a sudden boom, like they look like birds of prey wings. So like what's it? A hawk. That's what I keep hearing, a hawk wings. So hawk wings are good for maneuvering through like environments where you have to really move fast, as well as to catch prey. You need to maneuver through the air faster and swiftly, and kind of like silently, as well as when you have to fight, you have to be able to hold your own, so that's like the strength of the hawk energy. As well as the hawk eye can see through distances as well, so they can see right through people. Okay, they can see right through their bullshit and to the truth. So the truth in the root or the heart of the person's soul, and so that's kind of like you're in that energy at this time. Like you have that beautiful angelic energy, beautiful rainbow energy, but when you're trifold with, you have that hawk energy. So they're showing me that. I'm like, oh, cool. All right, so let's see. Okay, they're pointing at the solar plexus. They're pointing at your hands again. Like it's kind of like intensity here on the hands. Intense energy coming in. Healing energy coming in. Working with your hands. Okay, working with healing. And maybe, because I think you're do Reiki, right? So it's like doing Reiki again. That's what I feel. It's like doing energy work again. So they're pointing at the shoulders too, like kind of like straining and intense energy up here. So my wrists are kind of hurting as well. So it's like energy that's stagnant in the wrists because of energy work that needs to be done. Ooh, we have a lot of air quality coming in. A lot of air energy, but it's balanced now. It's like cool energy, like cool winds, like cool as a cucumber. All right, but the solar plexus are the ones that they're really pointing at the top of your shoulder blades and the wrists. Let me look around. You're good with your crown. Your third eye is good. You're letting go of a lot of things with the throat. Like there's a little bit of accumulation of energy, but it's because it's being released. Okay, like you're letting go a lot of things. Like you're really really telling it like it is, and it's really like detoxifying your throat. The lower chakras look good. Definitely grounded, more grounded. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and work on the solar plexus first. So that cool wind energy is wanting to come in. So we're gonna use this cool breeze energy coming down into the solar plexus, cleansing and clearing now. Cleansing, clear, and breathe in deeply and exhale, releasing. Moving on up to the top, your shoulders. We're going to release with the cool air coming through the shoulders, cooling down the shoulders, out through into the wrists and out through the tips of your fingers, releasing any stagnant energy in your arms, in your wrists. Releasing an intensity at the shoulders. Moving on up to the throat, we're going to help that energy release the rest of that, letting go of that detoxing and stuff like that. So bringing in cool air, pushing it out, helping your throat be clear, helping your lungs be clear, helping your voice be clear and strong. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do a quick run through with the wind energy all around your auric field, cleansing and clearing, purifying, and repairing. Okay, Norma, we're cleansing and clearing and disconnecting. Okay. Okay, so for the Reiki is about the joints because I kept feeling joint pain, kind of like swelling, joints, lower extremities, as well as like any joints, like kind of like right here, the arms, the wrists, the joints in the fingers. When you do Reiki on your joints, you allow the actual because they do have and they do carry vortexes on each joint as well. It's energy vortexes, and you allow that to flow better so that the chi or the life force energy flows better in your physical body too. So if you do have pain in other joints, other locations, then doing Reiki in those spaces or in those places in particular will help with the life force energy to flow better. Okay. But either than that, your chakras look really good. And the only thing that was the solar plexus, and that's because of any type of like adverse reactions to different personality types can definitely stimulate the solar plexus because you're being challenged, and so the solar plexus gets like really like, oh hell no, it's like someone's challenging your power and your authority, and so the solar plexus goes a little bit like out of control in the sense of like it's like no way, but it's not a negative thing. It's just you're remaining in your power, but it's really intense. The stress indicators are in the shoulders, and the releasing in the throat is because you've been definitely talking. You're definitely talking, and you're definitely communicating, and you're definitely not backing down. And so it's like it's causing like a release of anything that you have held back for years and years and years, and you're finally breaking through that. And so it's like it's detoxing the throat, and it's releasing itself in a physical way. Okay, so it can cause soreness in the throat. It can cause hoarseness in the voice, and it could cause like it feels like it's swelling in the lymph nodes too, like around the jawline. Okay, so it's definitely a release that's happening. Okay. You've been flying off the handle. Well, that's good because there's been years, accumulated years and years and years of this not saying what you really thought. You know what I mean? Like just so that you because you thought that if you said something that something negative was going to happen, or an argument it was going to ensue, but now you're just like, fuck it, you know what, I don't care, like I'm going to say what I want to say because this is bullshit, like, so it's definitely good. Okay. Your left ankle. Okay, so your left ankle has a lot to do with ground, like the way that you're standing your ground. Okay, like think about Achilles, like the legend of Achilles, right? Where he was like one of the most formidable warriors in the ancient world, that he was invincible. I remember his mom dipped him into the river Styx to make him invincible, but she didn't dip his I think it was his left ankle. I'm not sure. So it's like that's like the only spot that she didn't dip that was like his weak spot. Okay. And so right now, because there's such intensity that's going on in your life, that you're really holding your ground, you're feeling like this weakness in your ankle because you're thinking that's my only weak spot right now. Like you're pretty much invincible all around except for there. So bring some Reiki energy into that ankle so you can release that. Okay. So that you can know that you are being supported in the way that you handle things, that you're not wrong, that you're sticking up for yourself, and you're finally, making things right for yourself. Okay, you're finally sticking up for yourself. You're finally in a position of power and authority, and no one can topple you. Okay, so that ankle is like a representative of any type of fear that you may have still lingering regarding your position of power, regarding somebody testing your authority, testing the control that you have over your life. Okay, so bring some Reiki healing into that ankle and just heal that and release it. Okay. All right. So that's all I have, you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching and for being here with me tonight. You're welcome, Alicia. Ah. All right. And so we're going to do more of this stuff next Tuesday. If you guys are interested in having a energy healing or anything like that, make sure you book ahead of time. Go to my website, www.stariari33.com under the YouTube live events tab. And then for Toltec, Tuesdays is all about energy work. So just choose one of the energy work categories to purchase, and you got to purchase before the live starts. Okay. If you're interested in a reading for Mystic Mondays, then you could do that during the live. All right. So I'll see you guys next time. I'm going to be posting some more videos for this week, and particularly for October, the month of October, energy for the signs. So look out for that for this week. And then, of course, next week's transits will be done hopefully Sunday, or actually I'm going to do it Monday during the live. So I think I like that better because you guys are here. So it's like better to just get it all over and done with. So anyway, love you guys so much. Thank you guys for being so supportive of my channel and what I do. And I do this all for you guys. Okay. Love you guys. Have a wonderful rest of your week, and be mindful and be prepared, and don't let anybody bully you around. Stay in your power. Make sure you do your full moon in Aries ceremonies and rituals, because you're definitely going to harvest what you've been wanting to harvest all year round. Okay. So love you guys. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Bye-bye.